welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Giants. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. It's Graham Gano to get this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. So here come the Chiefs, and that means the three-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we have a blast every week doing this, but when we get our assignments and we see this guy on deck, it just gets a little bit more special. I mean, to witness firsthand one of the greatest, one of the most transcendent players of all time at the quarterback position, you just know when he's on the field, you're likely to witness something special. And needless to say, I think we're all pretty excited for this one.
And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life, his speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
It finds the hands of Marquise Brown. And they'll take this down inside the 35. How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains, 19 for this one.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage. A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 25, here's second down and 4. Now the New Jersey native who played his college ball at Rutgers, it's Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves first and goal.
Here's Pacheco. A short kick down to the 7. Here's second and goal. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take it on in. Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, Chiefs. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So here come the Giants, and Greg, it is the latest stop for Russell Wilson. A decade and a Super Bowl in Seattle, 2 years in Denver, last year in Pittsburgh, and now Russell Wilson is the Giants QB.
And after studying this quarterback, Mike, I really like the way he carries himself. He really takes accountability. Every time there's something that goes wrong, he puts it on his shoulders. And every time there's success, he's always the first one to give it to everybody else. That's the kind of leadership role you're looking for out of this position, and I think this guy's a great example of it.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Giants.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Neighbors in motion. They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on first down. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim, so there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
So on 4th down, out is Jamie Gillen to punt for the Giants. Kansas City sends Nico Remigio back to return. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Play action here. Mahomes. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Brian Burns in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with the sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he is very close to the 1st down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Giants offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Play action. Now, Wilson. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made. You've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got to roll, protect the ball, and under no circumstances can that ball move or hit the ground. And how often do we see a great catch overturned on replay? So it's not easy, but you get paid to catch them all. Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On 4th down, the veteran Graham Gano for the Giants field goal try. This will be a 48-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Graham Gano now following the field goal. Back to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. The lead sits at 4. So we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Now he'll run. And nice work there. He'll go into a slide and gain about 7.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Chiefs on top. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2. We're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Throwing is Mahomes. To the outside, catch made by Brown. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher. That's on the rookie first-rounder out of Ohio State, Josh Simmons.
Still 3rd down.
So after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. They put Kelsey in motion. Open man, right side. He's got it. They hook up again, 2nd time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and They get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll get about 5. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Mahomes back. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. Oh, the elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They put Kelsey in motion. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Now it is 1st and goal. A run up the middle with Pacheco. And a nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line. Second and goal. One more time with Pacheco. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
And now with that stop on 2nd and goal, the defense really flips the advantage to their own favor. 3rd and goal from this length. I think now they can play a lot more pass-heavy defense and not be so concerned with the run game.
From back at the 6-yard line, what can they do on 3rd and goal? Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And now it's 4th and goal.
Little miscommunication there, and now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
On 4th down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. No issues there. This one is good. And the Chiefs go out to a 10-3 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. On the return, it's Gunnar Olszewski. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll step up and run this. He's going to be marked out up around the 33. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Wilson lines up in the pistol. That's going to be caught by Darius Slayton. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
These are the kind of plays that give running backs bad names. I mean, there's nothing fancy about this. You're wide open, the ball's on target. He just flat out dropped it.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. We'll get this into the hands of Neighbors. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 3. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. George Karlaftis, the former Boilermaker, in there for the sack.
What a first half for this pass rush, huh, Mike? I mean, they have just completely dominated this game. They are in complete control, and you have to imagine this offensive line, there's got to be some adjustments up front. They just cannot allow their quarterback to continue to be hit like this.
Here is Graham Gano to try the field goal. This one from 52 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Giants cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Graham Gano now following the field goal. Back to kick this one away. Nico Remigio to bring it back. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Now, Mahomes. Catch made by Smith-Schuster. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. He's going to run it.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They put Kelsey in motion. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the 1st down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up 1st down.
That one swung out wide to Pacheco. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
Now the Chiefs going to call the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Pacheco will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Here's Butker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs are able to extend the lead. It's now 17-6. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Gibson now on the return. They'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop. The Giants offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Tracy. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their 2nd, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. Third down, 3 to go. Now Russ. He'll try to run for it. Now KC going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime.
It's 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen on now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. A fair catch called for and made, but hold everything. There is a flag backed by the kicker. It may very well give him new life.
Automatic 1st down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll run again. The Giants going to call their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
And their only realistic chance to end the half with points is to throw the ball near the sideline, gain as many yards as you can, and then hopefully either get yourself in position to kick the field goal or at the very least in position where you can attempt a Hail Mary.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. He's got his man right side. It's complete. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Gibson now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Giants offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Wilson. Pass complete to Neighbors. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Neighbors in motion. On the give, it's Tracy. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. On the run to the right. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
Great job here by the quarterback on 3rd and short, knowing that if nothing's there downfield, he can pick this up with his legs, and not only is he able to pick up the first down, he gets a whole lot more than that.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. A carry here for Tracy. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. He'll get this out to the left flat. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Wilson. He'll try and get there on the ground. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
They go with man coverage on the back end, and while everything's covered up nicely, there's nobody with eyes on the quarterback, so he ends up just using his legs, keeps the drive alive, and that heads-up play moves the chains on 3rd down.
On first down, Wilson. Open man is Robinson.
All right, right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Looking end zone, but is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete. Wandale Robinson, the one he was looking for that time. 3rd down coming up.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Again, Wilson. This is caught for a touchdown. There is a penalty flag down. Let's see if this one holds up. Wilson has everyone set as they will go for 2.
The Giants will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try to run it with Tracy. And he'll get in for the 2-point conversion. And now the deficit is just a field goal.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown, but now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, head out for their next drive. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
And a 1st down, Chiefs.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. 13 more on that carry. He is churning out the yards. And another 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, It's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Not much happening there, just a short game. From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down. Now the former rushing champ, it's Kareem Hunt. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Chiefs.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
They go play action with Mahomes. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Gray is the motion man here. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Still second down.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 7. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
The Giants offense and receiver Darius Slayton get to go to work again. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So many of these possessions start with negative plays on first down, and you're just going to hear every offensive coordinator stress. It is so important we don't fall behind the sticks, but when you just can't pass protect and give your quarterback time, this is going to continue to happen.
The shotgun. Wilson. Pass pulled in by Tracy. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
It's actually a really nice job there on second down, putting this into a third and more manageable down and distance. Remember, they suffered that first down sack, and so often that can derail the drive, but they got a chance here to pick this up and maintain possession.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. A gain there of 15. That's good for a Giants first down.
That's good for a Giants.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, He's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here. Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Delay of game, offense. Still second down.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He gets that complete downfield to Slayton. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 42 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Play action. Now, Wilson. That is caught side of the end zone. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Giants. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Giants move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense about ready to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Gray is the motion man here. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. 17 yards on that connection. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike. How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Mahomes now on second down. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. Patrick to throw. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
He'll hit Kelsey quickly on the RPO, and he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. The future Hall of Famers connect. Mahomes to Kelsey one more time for a Chiefs 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. To throw is Mahomes. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Bobby Okereke gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Mahomes. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
This one has plenty of legs, and it is good. And they inch a bit closer here in this 4th quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So it is back to a 1-point game now in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. Olszewski now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
From the gun, it's Wilson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice coverage there defensively. And here you find yourself in a one-score game. Mike, he understands the value of protecting the ball. Really smart decision. Throw it away, snap it again.
It is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Russ. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The Giants sending out their punter as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. The Chiefs and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, head out for their next drive. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 2. Mahomes back. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Yeah, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Mahomes now on 3rd and 2. Finding room at midfield. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 20. And the Chiefs have a 1st down.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the fourth quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. You know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a 1st down. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards the gain, down to the 13-yard line.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
And he's in! Touchdown, KC! What a What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
This becomes a big spot here for the Chiefs. They will indeed go for two.
The Chiefs.
Throwing now, Mahomes. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack two more onto their lead.
Giants 21.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
So a big change here. They go from down one, score the touchdown, add the two. Now they lead by 7 as they kick it off. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. High throw, but it's reeled in. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one?
And what a start to this drive. A little bit of everything. First, you get the explosive pass to start it out, and then you follow it up on the ground, picking up good yardage. The ability to weave back and forth as a play caller, it just puts so much pressure on the defense.
Quick throw there. That's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open, so the incompletion brings up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Chiefs and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, head out for their next drive. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing is Mahomes. Left side, it's caught by Brown. And he's taken down up past the 35. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. They get 25 on that connection. 1st down, KC.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the 2nd-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On 3rd down, Mahomes. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
1st down, Chiefs.
They'll run the draw with Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. The Giants going to call their 3rd and final timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll try to sneak it here. The ball comes out, and he's going to take took it in for the touchdown. Whoa! Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2...
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Pacheco. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Interesting decision. A field goal makes it a 2-score game. They're going to keep the hammer down and go for it on 4th and goal. Here we go. One final play. And they're going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play.
Yeah, Mike, I'm not sure how popular this move is going to be on the other sideline. And listen, I understand in the huddle sometimes kind of players take it upon themselves to do things like this, but the call there has to be take a knee, move on, shake hands, and go to the locker room. But not in this case.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. In a game that was expected to be a cakewalk, pretty much turned out that way. Their class just much the best in this one as they cruise to an easy road victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.